Les here with Rudimental Gardening. Thanks for joining. So today we're going to be putting in an irrigation system for my little grow bag garden that I have here. And I thought I'd take you along and see what I got going on. So let's take a look. Alright, so this is my situation. This is my garden. I've been making some videos. You've probably seen me. I made the plant stands and got all the grow bags and everything and situated. And last week I bought this freestanding faucet and ran a water hose from the front of my yard where the spigot is over to the freestanding stand there. Comes over here, goes under the fence and goes back around to the front of the house where it's hooked up. But this gives me water to my faucet, so this is great. So now that I have that standalone, I can turn the water on to it. Now that I have this freestanding faucet, I can turn the water on from the front and whenever I need it, and which is going to be a great deal. So now I got the poly pipe out, and my dog Dakota is going to help me. We're going to run some irrigation tubing, and I'm going to start with 2 supply lines. So the first supply line, I'm just going to, and you can see I added this piece of wood here on the front of my stand, and I'm going to have this going up there, and I'm going to secure that in place, and then the poly pipe hooks into this. I'm going to have a line going straight down the middle here between the grow bags, and I may have to weave it a little bit, especially when I get down here to the end, but it's just going to rest on top of the saucers that the grow bags are in, and I'm going to have it come down here all the way to the end, and I'll have to maneuver it around here a little bit, probably reposition these big 20-gallon grow bags on the end, and it's going to come down here. And I'm also going to have a supply line running the face of this stand. It's going to go across all of them, and the reason I'm doing that is I want water pressure to be equal on both ends of this little container garden. So just like in a lawn sprinkler system on the stations, sprinklers at the beginning of where the water comes into that station usually have a stronger spray than the ones on the end. So here I'm going to have a T. I'll have a T right here, and there'll be a line coming over going down the front like I mentioned, and then there'll be one coming up with an elbow going down, and the water will go down the front and feed into the other end and bring water back to the supply line in the middle and equalize the water pressure. So I haven't really needed an irrigation system at this point because we've had such a wet, cool spring, which has been awesome. But now with the temperatures heating up here in May, I'm going to need the water. So after I run those supply lines, I will run feeder line, 1/4-inch tubing to each grow bag, and put a emitter in the center there to water each one. And I will probably put little valves on each emitter coming off the main line so that I can turn them individually on and off as needed. So that's what the plan is at this point. I got some hooks, not hooks, but fasteners for 1/2-inch pipe over here, and I'll be using these for the supply line. They look like this. They're not regular pipe strap holders, but I'll link all this stuff that I'm using down in the comments so you can see what they have. There's other things you can use. These are just low profile, and they just have a nail, ring shank nail that you just hammer in. So that's what I'll be using. So let me get the supply line in place, and then we'll take another look. right, so got the pipe run. Saw how I just ran it down the side there, and I just kind of weaved it in and out on the top between the bags. It's a little tight down here, but I think it's going to stay if I need to. I got some 4x4 blocks that I can put like right down there, screw it into the frame, and then get a regular pipe clamp and hold it down. I don't know how it's going to do under pressure, but we're about to find out. I don't have any emitters hooked up yet, but let's just see what happens. Turn on the water, and this I'm going to also get some brackets and mount it. So you can see how that bowed up a little bit because the pressure got in. So I don't see any leaks. Let's go down. I'm curious about this far end here. So here I just got it going across the back with two, and there are no leaks. These just push and set elbows and T's and stuff are really good. I always had in the past, always used the ones that you screw on, and they screw onto the pipe itself. Those worked, but these are much better. I recommend them. Pretty cool. The little pipe things work pretty good. They do move a little bit, which might be a good thing actually, but we'll see how they hold up. They were cheap, and the water, the hose in the middle of the supply line is holding its position. So I may have to secure it, like I said, with a block here and there if I need to, but I think the friction of the bags against it will keep it where it needs to be. So now I need to get the emitters. So I have a little punch where I just punch the supply line, and then I run emitters to each bag. So that's all I got to do now. And so let's get started on that. All right, this is the finished product. Got them running. They've been running. That's why the saucers are full, but they got a really good watering. And I decided not to. This one needs to be adjusted, it looks like. You can turn the top of the sprinkler head and control the flow. Plus, at the bottom, I have shut-off valves for each grow bag. And I don't know what's going on with this one. There we go. These are so they're looking pretty good. And I can put a timer on this as well. I'm going to hand water the bigger bags. These are the bush beans, so I'm hand watering these. I'm hand watering the onions, and I'm hand watering the carrots and the beets. So I just did that. That's why they're laying over. But yeah, this is going to work out good. But I let them go about 5 minutes, and they were filling up the bottom of the saucer, so they're soaking through really well. I'll go ahead and turn this off, and we're ready for summer. So they'll get a good drink today. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so if it does rain, I'll probably take the saucers out and empty them, and then put them back on. So if you need a drip irrigation system in your container garden, this is a good idea. There's all different ways to do this. This just works for me in my situation with my plant stands. So you have to water your plants, so you might as well put something in that's going to make it a little more easier, because with everything else that goes on, especially in the heat of summer, you won't have to worry about that as much. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch the whole video, those of you that did. And please subscribe, like, share, put a comment down below what you think about the irrigation system, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.